Ready up. This is your resident human, Kev The Galaxybender, presenting to you guys today the Goku and Kev Show episode 14 preview. The show is going to air on Saturday, June 24th, 2023 at 2 p.m. Eastern Daylight Savings Time. And that's going to be over at twitch.tv/Kev_the_Galaxybender. And as always, a video demand will be uploaded afterwards. It's going to be a straightforward episode this month for you guys. We're digging into live services. GAAS. G-A-A-S. Games as a Service. Little secret. It ruins games. Another secret. A live service isn't a game. I repeat, they're not games. So, to kick things off, here's just a quick episode synopsis of what we're covering for the upcoming episode. So, the Avatar fanfiction, I got some good news for you guys. I received an update on my art, and it looks super cool. So, I'm working with the artist on the colors and the color scheme. We're trying to finalize that, but I should have something for you all soon. Be on the lookout for it. Moving on to current events. Redfall's post-mortem. We're going to really find out what happened to Redfall. This game, as you guys can tell, it's in very, very, very bad shape. The game actually went through development hell and everything was mismanaged. And GAAS happened. Games as a motherfucking service. So, you know there's going to be some shit that went down with this game. Next up, Blizzard froze over in hell. Really nothing else to say about them. Well, actually, there's a lot to say about them. So, Overwatch or Overwatch 2? What we're going to call it? That's the question. I feel like I'm reading some fucking Hamlet in this bitch. But basically what happened is Blizzard canceled the player versus enemy, the PvE, in favor of live services. So, the whole reason, Overwatch was... they came out with Overwatch 2 is they said, hey, we're going to do this new PvE thing. We need to, new engine, blah, blah, blah. And so they, instead of doing that, they canceled that shit and then in favor of, like I said, live services. So, and that's due to making money. So you can thank your phones for that and you can thank Wyatt Chang for that. I think the people who know Blizzard know what that means. And then speaking of that as well, Diablo 4, it gets a battle pass. And which effectively turns that game into a live service. So I'm not going to ask what's going over at Blizzard. We already know, and I'm going to tell you, it's quite obvious. They're turning players and payers for the most part. Everything's a fucking gas and games as a service. So stay tuned. And this month's main event, as you guys can see in the background, is a Mayhem Brawler. And this game is a beat 'em up. And it's come a long way from when it launched, like a really long way. It went from being really completely basic and boring beat 'em up into something like really, really enjoyable. And it has a bit of depth and complexity to it as well. Like I wanted to highlight this because the first look that the game came out, it gave so many people a really, really, really bad taste. And it really deserves a second look, especially after all the updates and stuff, the added content. The developer, they believed in their product. They believed in it and they stuck with it. And they was able to improve it overall. And the product that we have now, it shows. It shows. It shows itself. So good job on Hero Concept. They're the people who put this out. Microsoft, Bethesda, Arcane. You guys can learn from them. You guys can learn from them, man. You guys can definitely learn from them because they stuck with their game and it turned out to be really good. But again, we're going to dig into the post-mortem of Redfall because a lot of stuff happened that a lot of people don't realize, and that's the reason why the game turned out the way it did. So we're going to finalize and wrap this up. I look forward to hanging out with everybody this Saturday. Is going to be a lot of fun. Join us in the chat. We love to hear from you. We love interacting with people. So if you happen to be watching, join us in the chat. Join us in the discussion. Again, we'd be happy to have you. With that being said, take care of yourself and be well. Kev The Galaxybender, signing off.